What is going on, fellow outlaws? Outlaw Gary here. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. I want to quickly do this video with you guys and talk about Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online. Something we've been talking about here on this channel for a while, and I wanted to address a brand new article that just came out today about Take-Two's Q4 earning report that talked about Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online. I wanted to share some tidbits and points that they addressed in their article with you guys. Of course, if you guys enjoy the video, make sure you guys drop a like and let me know what you guys think of the current Red Dead Online situation. It was just posted 42 minutes ago, so I'm trying to get this to you guys as soon as possible. So let's go over it. First things first, Rockstar Games and Take-Two Interactive have just released their earnings report for the past quarter, which ended March 31st, 2019. Their net revenue for the company grew to 539 million, which last quarter was 450 million. So they've gained quite a bit of money, almost $100 million extra from the last quarter. Which is also very interesting from this whole article is the fact that Red Dead Redemption 2 has now sold 24 million copies worldwide. Like 24 million that's a lot of freaking copies. And they've only sold 1 million copies in the last 3 months. So I don't know if that's so much of a good sign. As you guys probably know, Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online have really slowed down in terms of player base, in terms of online activity from YouTubers, myself, everybody. The game itself has really slowed down. So one thing I wanted to address in this video was the fact that Red Dead Online, according to the CEO, Red Dead Online is performing very well. Now, here's what I don't know. I don't know if Rockstar is saying that Red Dead Online is performing very well in terms of player base or in terms of money being made or what that really means. They state that Red Dead Online is performing well. Now, performing well what? Like monetization, player activity, recurrent players? I don't know what that information is yet. Hopefully I'll have more information for you guys, but right now I don't know really what that means. They also have addressed that there's gonna be content updates coming for Red Dead Online very soon. As you guys know, I've talked about Red Dead Online in the past. We've discussed many things of what Rockstar has planned to do with this game, and if you guys didn't know, Red Dead Online is coming out of beta next month. So June will be the end of Red Dead Online's beta period, which is crazy to me. Still feels very beta-y. But with that discussion that we can have and Red Dead Online moving out of beta, that may set us up pretty nicely for the future of Red Dead Online. So what I'm thinking here is that Red Dead Online right now at its current form is pretty awesome. It's positioned in a way where we can only go up from here, boys. Like it's not at the very bottom, but it's definitely not at the top, and it's definitely not like at a good middle ground. It's at like a very like we're not doing great, but we're not dying yet. And I'm super excited because I think Red Dead Online for the future of the game can perform well as long as the players come back from whatever game they're currently playing. On top of that, Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online are still performing very well. Grand Theft Auto 5 to date has sold 110 million copies. 110 million. That's a ton of people. Not only that, it's still selling very well for a game that's almost 6 years old. So I'm really excited to see what Red Dead Online turns into in the next few years. But knowing that they've only sold 1 million copies in the last 3 months is a little alarming because that is not that great. That means they've really slowed down to about 300,000-ish copies per month, which I don't think is a good sign, but it is doing better than they could have ever expected. So that's a good thing. So you know, they didn't put all their eggs into Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online. They weren't like, this is going to be the next GTA Online. And I think going into it, Take-Two and Rockstar knew that this game wasn't going to perform super well. But it did outperform better than they expected, which is a good sign, which then will allow them to do more things on the Red Dead Online side, allowing them to monetize those people that purchased Red Dead Redemption 2. Something I've noticed from you guys in the comment section is that a lot of you guys have actually stopped playing Red Dead Online, and it's a little bit concerning for me because I've angled myself and positioned myself here on YouTube as a Red Dead Redemption 2 YouTuber and someone that focuses primarily on Outlaw Gary on Red Dead Online and Red Dead Redemption 2. Now the future looks a little bleak for me as we continue down this road of Red Dead Online and Red Dead Redemption news, but I think in the next few weeks to months we should have a very large update, and that's why these past few weeks we haven't really had anything coming to Red Dead Online, but there should be something coming at the end of this month, and if not by the end of this month, by for sure June when it comes out of beta. Now I think, of course, hold this with a grain of salt, I'm not sure, this is just me speculating here, but I believe that Rockstar will most likely hold all content updates and things they want to release for Red Dead Online at the end of the beta period. So they're not releasing anything more in the beta we're currently in, but once they get out of the beta and it's the official release of Red Dead Online, more marketing and advertising will go into it, and it'll be a much newer feeling Red Dead Online with lots of new changes. I personally feel like there could have been a lot more things done right now in the beta period, as it doesn't feel like the game is currently complete. I really wish they would introduce new things. We could give feedback for the current players still playing. With that feedback, they can go and make changes, as if this is released during the end of the beta, so we get our big content update towards the end of June. That means that we won't see anything for the next 6 to 8 weeks, which is really sad. I really want Red Dead Online to succeed, and I feel like for it to succeed, there needs to be enough content in the Red Dead Online to make players keep coming back. As when we received our daily challenges, everybody was super excited, but as time has gone on, these daily challenges are not ever changing. They're pretty much the same thing. There isn't like seasons in Red Dead Online that makes it, oh my god, I gotta go back into the game and see what's new. But hopefully with the release of the official Red Dead Online, we should see something really nice coming to the game all of us want to see. Now, as I've mentioned in the past, there are a ton of new updates coming to Red Dead Online. Many of those updates include things that we have asked for in the past that we've been just waiting for, that we really haven't had at all yet, which really sucks, but I think we should have some stuff really soon. So an example, the whole new showdown modes we received, all those things should be all in the game now, but the road ahead for Red Dead Online is looking a bit bright. With each passing week, they were adding new things to Red Dead Online beta, but it's really slowed down, and I'm not sure exactly why. With the new season 9 of Fortnite, I was really hoping Rockstar would come out with something to compete against that, but they decided not to. On top of that, the next major update is currently planned to arrive later in spring, which is bringing a host of new feature upgrades and the content that we've already discussed in the past, like the hostility system, the offensive and defensive play style options, as well as new additions that include the new opportunities like new missions, as well as new free roam missions, and lastly, dynamic events with ambushes, initiate rescues, defend people in need, and many more while you travel across Red Dead Online. Those things alone are going to be pretty fun because, as you guys know, playing Red Dead Redemption 2, that's what made the game feel so alive, was rescuing people and saving people and doing those side missions and running into things that you would never really see in your normal playthrough. But with the new amount of things coming to Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online, I really feel like the future is looking super bright for all of us. So of course, if you guys do enjoy these videos here on the channel that I discuss the news, topics, and new features coming, be sure to drop the video a like, show that love in the comment section. I know that Red Dead Online has been super just weird. We've been in a really weird spot with the game. I'm trying to keep everything fresh and new and hip, and just everything you want to see with Red Dead Redemption 2 that you may have not seen in the story, but also with the online, discussing things that may have gone under the radar for you, and keeping you guys up to date with everything that's happening, because I think communication to a healthy community is super key. Letting you guys know where I'm at with everything, where Red Dead Online is at, and hopefully with the communication between you and I, YouTuber to community, we can keep this community of Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online very alive, as I feel like a lot of people have just pieced out in the space, and I understand why. It's really come down to a do or die type of feeling. Mr. Boss the Win, like I mentioned before, myself, and of course Hazard are the only 3 people still doing Red Dead Online consistently and really trying to keep everybody in the loop So I hope you guys enjoyed and watched all the way to the end. If you guys are new around here and you've watched here, hit that subscribe button. Hopefully we get some new stuff very soon. I know GTA 5 is probably going to have some major updates come this year as well. All in all, hopefully you guys are having a fantastic week. If you are a mother that watches my channel, happy Mother's Day. If you have a mother, which everyone does, hopefully you wish her a happy Mother's Day. And hopefully you guys have a great rest of your week. Expect more videos. I love you, dude. I'll catch you guys later.